Hey y'all, it's Jamie. Welcome back to my channel, Cottage Hodgepodge, where I share with you the items that I buy and resell. I sell on eBay, and I buy my items at thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, and estate auctions. So the first item that we sold the week of October 3rd through 9th is this vintage oil painting. This was one of a lot of paintings that I bought at an estate auction for $1 for a lot of 8 of them. Actually $1.15 after the auction fee. So well under $1 cost of goods on each of these. And this one sold for $86.80. It was a really pretty painting of a acacia tree, I think. I didn't put a type of tree on it because I didn't know exactly what type it was, but I think it's an acacia. And then it's got mountains also in the background. And it's signed and dated 1967. This artist, I believe, was the homeowner where we bought the lot of paintings at through an auction, but we went and picked up the items in their home, and that's how the estate auctions work. And so they're all signed by this person, Gaylor, and they're dated between about 1958 to 1967. I think actually this is one of the oldest pieces. So it was really kind of fun to really look at each of the paintings and see how their art changed through the years. It was really neat to get to have their or a large collection. I don't know if it was their entire collection, but a large collection of their paintings. And they've been popular. I've sold, I think, 4 of them so far. Next, we have this vintage advertising automotive general service shop signs. This was a set of 5 signs that are plastic, but they have a really cool look to them, and they're attached to each other with chains. So it'd be neat hanging on a wall in a man cave or something like that, maybe in a garage. This one has 5 different signs: tune-ups, transmission service, oil change, shocks, and cooling systems. And my husband paid $5 for this one at an auction, and it sold for $75. Next, let's get the original picture up here. This one is a vintage paper mache Easter egg container. It had rabbits on the front, like walking through a garden, little ducks and flowers, and it's 3.5 inches, and it was made in the German Democratic Republic. So it's definitely very old, should be, I don't know the dates, but this was a really neat piece that I got in a lot at an estate sale where I offered the people $40 for a large collection of bears, and this was in with all of that. I got 2 big boxes of like Boyd's bears and Thai beanie babies and just different bears, and the bears haven't sold great, so I'm glad that this one sold. I'm hoping that as we get closer to Christmas that I'll sell more of the bears, but we'll see. Either way, I've got my money back so far, but I would like to be making a pretty good profit on that stuff. But this one, my cost on each of the items I bought is less than 50 cents. So I feel okay with it, but this one was a decent profit at $12.80. Next up is a needlepoint. This is a smaller one. It's 11 by 11.5 vintage framed needlepoint with porch swing and flowers and columns. Reminds me of like an old home in South Louisiana or someplace like that. Lots of pretty wisteria and hanging vines and things. And this one is in a wooden frame, and I bought it for $1.15 at an estate sale auction also. And I've done really well with these needle points, so I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for more of these. Next is a roll of 1943 steel pennies. They made steel pennies just for a couple of years during World War II, I guess, when there wasn't much copper available. So this is an entire roll of the pennies from 1943, which are the less valuable of the steel pennies. The ones from 1944 are more valuable because they only made them for a couple months in 1944, and then they went back to the copper. So this one, this roll my husband bought for $8 and sold it for $15. Next is a Gap denim jacket. It's stretch denim and light in color. It has peplum waistline and Southwest fabric detail, and it has snap closures, size small. And this is one that I bought at the thrift store where we get all of our clothing for resale. On Tuesdays, they have 45-cent day. So I always stop in there and see what I can find. And this one sold for $12. It's been listed for a little while. Of course, it wasn't jacket season yet, but I kind of wondered what if there would be a buyer for this item. But since it was such a good price, I went ahead and grabbed it, and I was able to get it sold. All right, next is a Chinese wooden abacus. Keywords: arithmetic, calculating tool, Chinese traditional computing. This one my husband got for $1 and sold it for $6. And it was just really neat. It's kind of fun, different. So we got that ruler on there upside down. Just fun to have something a little bit unique in our store. Next is a vintage framed needlepoint with a gray cat, bright blue eyes. So I was hoping that would grab somebody's attention, and it looks like it did. Also bright, colorful flowers. So I made sure to include blue, red, yellow, green in my keywords. This one was larger. It was 17 by 13, and it's in a vintage wooden frame. This one I also paid $1.15 for. I bought several needlepoints for $1 each, but then $1.15 after the fee, and sold it for $38.80. And last for this week was a Budweiser Beerstein. This one's from California. It has the Fisherman's Wharf logo and this hook handle my husband thought was really neat. So I believe this is the first one to sell from the lot that he purchased, and paid $1 for each of those. So again, $1.15 after a fee, and sold for $30. So that was definitely a good profit. So those are our items that we sold the week of October 3rd through 9th. Our total sales was $290.90, and our total cost of goods sold was $18.90. So after eBay fees and putting money aside for income tax, our take home was right around probably $175 for this week. So that's moving up as we go into fourth quarter. We've had our store listed for 4 months now on eBay. It started in June of this year. So we know that it's a slow process, and we're in this for the long haul. So we're excited to see how it's growing. If you enjoy watching videos about what sells on eBay, we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.